I'm going to turn this pork belly into a pork belly brisket. Pork belly cooked like a brisket. Coming up next on Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. Alright guys, we got this pork belly. We're going to smoke this like a brisket, folks. We're going to score it. You ever scored a brisket, folks? I really don't want this to shrink up. Hey, that'll be my next video. Smoked brisket scored. This kind of keeps it from plumping up. You know, fat will pull tight, make it into a ball. We're going to be smoking this on the Pit Boss Lexington. 275 degrees with some lumberjack pellets. Or wait a minute, Bear Mountain pellet. I got both lumberjack and Bear Mountain outside. There we go. Boy, I'm in the scoring business this week, folks. Yeah. Get a little bit more here. Alright. Once again, we're going to hit this up with some Uncle Steve's salt, pepper, garlic, because that's all I got left in my house, and a little extra pepper. Alright. Let's see. Let's start with the bottom. We're going to do this. We're going to do the fat side down today. Smoke like a brisket. You'll see you outside at the Pit Boss Lexington. Fired up 275, folks. Alright, guys. We're rocking the old Lexington today. Fat side down. Pork belly smoked like a brisket. I got me a temperature probe into an onion. My Lexington, I think it's fluctuating on temperature. I'm going to check that out today. Alright, guys. There it is. Pork belly cooking like a brisket. First time I'm having a little trouble with the Lexington holding the temperature right. I'm at 345 degrees to keep it at 275 according to my probe here. So we're going to do a video on that later. Might need to clean my temperature probe. Alright, we got a long ways to go. We'll be back later. Alright guys, it's showing 201 on the probe. Let's see. I dropped my chef temp. Don't worry, Chef's Temp products. You drop this, freeze it in water, it still works. This showing 182. 201 on the fat end. But probing like butter, folks. A little resistance here. Maybe I should have rotated it a little bit. At 209. Didn't go too far down. Little, even though it's showing 200, it's still a little resistance in the middle there, folks. You know what? I'm gonna call it right there. Yeah, a lot of muscles in that thing. So, I'm gonna pull this off, folks. We'll see you inside. All right, folks. There it is. The old pork belly cooked like a brisket. Look at that bark. Hear that? That's from the old Pit Boss Lexington, folks. Shall we cut it in half, or should we just slice it all the way down, folks? Let me slice it all the way down and play some music. That music you've been hearing me play once in a while is from my good friend Russ McLeod. I used to work with him in California like 40 years ago. He's a guitarist. We called him Hoss. Anyway, let me slice this up, play that music, and we'll taste it. Be right back. Boy, this baby tender. I took it up to probe tender, 200 berries. Let's take one out of the middle here, folks. Cooked it like a brisket. Ugh. Wow. Look how juicy that is, folks. That beautiful smoke ring running in Bear Mountain pellets. Lumberjack and Bear Mountain pellets were good in that Lexington, folks. Look at that juice, folks. That is fat rendered out perfect. Alright, got all that Uncle Steve's on there. Let's try it out, folks. Hog heaven right there, folks. That is amazing. If you ever get a chance to smoke a pork belly like a brisket, go for it, folks. Just put that in your barbecue staple. Tell you what, at Uncle Steve's salt, pepper, garlic. I'll leave a link down below for all his product. You can make sandwiches out of this. You can make a hot pork dinner. You know, I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna make some hot, pork gravy, mashed potatoes. I'm gonna turn this into an open face sandwich, folks. That smoke ring's insane, folks. Look at that. You picking that up? Let me there. Probably not. Anyway, that smoke ring's insane. Got a few burn ends on the end here. This end part here, that's just goodness right there, folks. That bark is insane. Man. The old pit boss Lexington nailed this pork brisket, or this pork belly cooked like a brisket. Rendered that fat out perfect. I was having a little trouble with my temperature. I'm going to have to clean the probe or get a new probe. I'm going to let you know next week how I did that. I had to set it at 350 to hold 275. I've never had to do that before. But I haven't cleaned that probe in a long time. Anyway, take your pork belly, smoke it like a brisket, and have some open face sandwiches, barbecue sandwiches, whatever you want. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Peace out.